Hey guys, welcome back. So in this we will try to understand the another program, and in this program we will try to understand the other logic where we need to find the maximum and minimum element in the array, right? So let's say you have one array. So first understand the program. Do not bother about the code what you should write. In interview always start with the input, okay? So let's say you have data which is nothing but array, and your array has data, let's say 1011 445, then you have 1, you have 330, and let's say you have 3000, right? So this is the data you have. By looking this, if I have to write the output, I can go ahead and I can say that the maximum is equal to 3000 and the minimum is equal to 1. But how we should write the same program through the logic, right? So since it is the array, so if this is the array, so one thing for sure we need to write one for loop, because we need to iterate over the array, right? So what it will come to your mind is one for loop is important, which will run from 0 to n, right? One for loop. N is nothing but the length of this array, right? So one for loop is required. Now this is the for loop, but before the for loop, whenever you get such kind of program in your interview, guys, one thing we need to make sure that in beginning we have to assume that what is first minimum and what is first maximum. Okay, so how you can do that? Okay, let's remove from here. So I'll tell you. So you can write one logic, guys. You just assume that you pick up this two number. Okay, you don't need to think much. Okay, just pick up this two number. Whenever this kind of problem will get, no, you just pick up first two number. You write one logic, write if conditions. In the if conditions, check that if, let's say, if 1000 greater than the second number, if this is the case, okay, then what happens? This is going to be your maximum number and this is going to be your minimum number. Just assume that. If this is not the case, let's say if it opposite, let's say 1000 is smaller than some other number, right? 1001 or something like that. So let's say assume that, right? I'm saying that you're picking the first two number, and by picking the first two number you need to come up with first maximum and minimum. So in this case what happens is, your max is going to be 1001 and your mean is going to be 1000, right? So first two number you have to assume that, guys. So let's say you got two number. What is the max, what is the mean? So basically your max is 1000 and your mean is 11. So these two number you got by looking this input, you assumed. Now what you have to do, you need to write one for loop. Now guys, in the for loop here, one thing is important. So for loop, now from where we should start? Okay, the for loop we should start from this index now, because these two we have already compared. Okay, this we have already compared. We have stored into a variable called mean and max. So now actually your I should start with 2, and I should go till n and then I plus plus, right? Because you need to run a loop. When you are starting from I is equal to 2, again inside that we have to write one condition. So when we are running through the loop, every time we need to fetch the data from here. When we will fetch the data from here, so let's say first time what happens, you will fetch the data which is nothing but 445, right? You will try to compare if this number. So in beginning, how did you calculate mean and max? You calculated mean and max by comparing these two number. Whoever was the bigger, you consider this is going to be the max, and whoever was smaller in these two number, you consider as a minimum number. Now you got 445. What you will do for the 445, you will check that if this guy, let's say if this number, assume that if this 445 is, let's say if this guy is bigger than the minimum number, okay, there are two cases. It can be two cases. So either this guy can be bigger than minimum number, can be 11, or that is one case. So assume that guys, if the 445 is bigger than 11, right, as per logic, and what you have decided by the logic, if your number, if your minimum number in these two, the number which is bigger you have considered as a max number, and the number which is smaller you have considered as a mean number. So here now what happens, now in this case guys, your mean will be 11 only, but your max will change, your max is going to be 445. You got it? Because when we are comparing it, whoever is the small is going to be the mean number, whoever is big is going to be the big number, as per comparison what you have done here. Same thing you have to do between 11 and 445 also, you are doing that, right? So here your max got modified. Now second iterations, in second iterations what you got, 1. So is 1 greater than 11? Is 1 greater than 11? Because your mean did not change, still this is the mean. Is 1 is greater than 11? No, right? No. Then we have to check that if 1 is not greater than 11, right, which means if this is the case, then we will go and check inside if this guy, so you have actually you have checked just the greater one, you have to check less also guys, okay, that is also important. So you have to check that this is your, let's say, if conditions, right, this is one if conditions. In you have to write one more if, and you have to check that if this guy is less than, if 1 is less than the minimum number, which is nothing but 11, this also you have to check that. Now consider the case where your this number became smaller than the minimum number, okay. When this guy became smaller than the minimum number, as per logic, when you are comparing two number and any number is smaller, then what happens here guys, your mean will change to 1, right? Your mean will change to 1. You understood why? Because you compared 1 and 11. When you compared, whoever will come small, that is going to be the minimum number. That's what we have agreed upon. Because when you actually look at this, so this was did not fulfill. Now when you go and when you compare less than, if 1 is lesser than 1, so while comparing, whoever will come small is going to be the minimum, right, is going to be the minimum. That's what it is happened, right? So minimum became 1 now, and what is the maximum? Maximum is 445, right? Now again we will get 330. So in case of 330 guys, okay, when you will compare 330 with minimum, right, when you will compare 330 with minimum, so what happens is my 330 is greater than the minimum number, right, greater than the minimum number, yes, right, the first comparison. So what we'll do, we'll compare here this 1 and 330, we'll check that if my 1 is greater than 330, yes, 330 is the greater. So whoever is greater, I am comparing the lower number. So let me remove this so that we can again discuss. Yeah, so now if I'll go with the logic and if I'll write, so in beginning as per last calculations, our max number was 445, our mean number was 1. Now I'll check that if the number 330, if this guy is greater than 1, yes, it is greater than 1. In that case, whoever is greater between this mean and max, then my max will get modified, okay, the max will change and my max will become actually 330, right, 330. Now my max became 330, mean has no impact, right, mean is still 1. So now again what I will do, again it is going to change, and so mean is still 1, max is 330. So again now what happens guys, there is a number called 3000. Now 3000 will come out, and again I will compare if the 3000 is greater than my minimum number, yes, if this is the case, then again my max will change, because whoever is the bigger in this, that is going to be the maximum number. So this is my max, and that mean number is going to be the 1. Look at here, you got the output, right? 1 is the mean and 3000 is the max. So here 1 is the mean and 3000 is the max. That's what the output I was looking for. Now let's understand the same thing through program, guys. By doing that, let's do that. Yeah, so look at here, the same thing I wrote in the program. I have considered two variable, okay, one is mean, one is max, which I have explained you. Now in the first two number, guys, first two number, which is nothing but your 1004, okay, I'm comparing it. This is very important line. While comparing, whoever will come big, okay, whoever will come big, it is going to be the max one. Whoever will come small, it is going to be the mean. Okay, you can see that whoever came bigger is I'm considering as a max. So this logic is very, very important. Else I will do opposite, because else, which means area of 1 is bigger, so the max is going to be the area of 1, right, and your mean is going to be the area of 0, right. So this is just assumption, because we assumed by comparing the first two element of the array. That's how we do that, this kind of problem, because we need to first make one rule, like how you are going to do that. Now I am running a for loop, guys. When I am running a for loop, if you look at I am running from I is equal to 2. The reason being is why I is equal to 2, because this was already processed, this is 0, this is 1. Then what is this index? This index is 2 only, right? So we have to start from 2. So I'm starting from 2, I less than n, I plus plus. Now if you go here, I'm checking that if my array of I, which is nothing but 2, 445, if this guy is greater than the mean is equal to 11, yes, this is the case, which means if you go as per the logic here, what we have written, whoever will come more, okay, whoever will come more, that is going to be the maximum. So in this case, what happened, guys, my max is going to change. So my max is going to be the 445, right, whereas my minimum will be still 11, right. Now this loop will continue, and after continuing the loop, you can check that this program once you'll continue that. So either the number can be bigger than the minimum number, or can be the smaller than the minimum number. If it is smaller than the minimum number between two, my minimum number will change as per logic, right. So while doing the comparison, whoever is smaller than the minimum number, that is going to be the change, and whoever is maximum than the minimum number is going to be the max element, right. And if you run this program, you will get the output. So let me show you in the Eclipse, guys. Here the same program we have in the Eclipse also, right. And actually if you'll go and run this program, you will get the same output. You will get mean is 1, max is 3000, guys. So guys, again this program will actually change based on the input. So the program ask was find the mean and max, and actually when you write the code in the interview, you make sure that you do minimum number of comparison, okay, you do minimum number of comparison. So always first analyze the input, and when you analyze the input, you will see that this was the lowest one and this is the highest one. So based on that, you try to write the logic, okay. That's what I did here, okay. So that is the reason I am doing that array of I greater than mean. If this is the case, which means there is a data which is going to change, so the max will change, because as per comparison, whoever is more than the mean, I am considering as a max, okay. And here also, whoever is less than the mean, I am changing the mean, okay. So that's how the logic will work. Now then you might be wondering, so this logic might not work with lot of input, okay. So the same logic whatever I have written here, that might not work with a lot of input data which will supply, right. So in that case, again guys, you need to think on the program and you need to work on the program. So if you'll ask me, like, what happens because I'm keep on changing the max. You can see that I'm keep on changing the max. So what happens when you actually go and let's say instead of 3000, if you'll go and change the 300, so in this case what happens, my output I will not get 1 and 1000, I'll get 1 and 300, because I'm looking only in forward directions, guys. If you look at here, I'm looking only in the forward directions. I'm not keeping the track of what was the maximum earlier. Okay, I'm not keeping the track of. I'm just checking that at current positions. When I'm doing that, when I'm running the for loop, I'm just checking that at current positions, whoever is max, that is the max. Whoever is mean, that is the mean. Okay, that's what I'm doing. That's how I've written this program. But if you go and change the input, you will not get the same output. Okay, if you, let's say, if you'll go and change the input and still you want the same output, then your code need to be modified little bit. Okay, the code in the sense of you have to put a check if this guy is greater than mean, and then you need to check one more conditions, if this guy is also greater than max, okay, then only change the max. So let me modify this code and then I'll let you know. But here, guys, what I did is I just added one line. So if my number is greater than minimum number and also it is greater than the maximum number, then only I am going to change the max, right? Now if I will run the same program, what happens, guys? Look at that, you will get mean is equal to 1 and max is equal to 1000. Now you are not getting that anymore, 300. So guys, whatever I have explained in my diagram before this, that's how you should explain in the interview. See, coming the output, writing the code, getting some other output, that is again it's a matter of argument, right? But first you need to explain them how you should attack any program. So whatever I have explained, you attack in that way and then write the logic. Now guys, one more thing, if I will go now and if I'll change to 3000, of course my output will change. My max is going to be 3000. Yes, it is 3000, right? It is working fine. Now if I'll go and change here 4450, my output is going to change. So my logic is working perfectly fine. You can see that mean and max, you are getting that perfectly fine, right? Just I have added one AND condition. So this fine tuning you can do that. Okay, my main aim is to teach you how you should approach the program when you actually get in the interview. Okay, you should think of the logic and you should write the program. Thank you guys, thank you for watching this.